So now this is the simple calculation of uh, optimum level of portfolio while we are dealing two assets, and we will see how we can develop efficient frontier using these information. So here I have monthly data or the information of DG Cement and Fatma Fertilizer shares the name is Jolt. And now the next is I have calculated percentage return, monthly percentage return by uh, following that formula like current price divided by previous price and then minus one. So I have got the monthly returns here. The same formula here in case of Jolt, I have calculated monthly returns. Even while using the information here, or the most important thing is the portfolio weight. The portfolio weights are 50-50. If portfolio weights are 50-50, then I can calculate monthly portfolio returns as well. So considering the return of DG Cement, considering the return of DG Cement here, I multiplied by the portion of portfolio, that is the weight of a stock, that is 50%. So just select it and press F4. There is an option like if I wanted to fix that 50% because that part is a fixed, this is a single value, or I wanted to use that 50 value to the whole returns with the whole returns, then I will select it and press F4. In that way I will freeze it. Same way return of asset 2 and weight of asset 2. That is my portfolio return. Simply drag it down. We will calculate a return of portfolio on monthly basis. Now calculation of mean return is very simple. Taking an average of DG Consumer, I will get a monthly average return for Jod as well. For variance, simple, apply the formula, select the cells. It's a variance of asset 1, same way as variance of asset 2, and the same case, taking a square root of variance, I will get a standard deviation of asset 1 DG Consumer and standard deviation of Jod. Calculating correlation, just apply the correlation formula, select a two columns, column 1 comma column 2, press enter, that is my correlation. Now the point is to calculate a portfolio returns, like the main objective is to calculate the portfolio return and portfolio standard deviation here. So portfolio return is very simple. Now I got to know the portfolio returns and its weightages as well. Portfolio return of DG Cement multiplied by the weight of DG Cement plus return of Jod multiplied by the weight of Jod. Just press enter. This is my portfolio return. In case of standard deviation, I have two options. First option is very simple. Apply the same formula as I have discussed earlier. Weight of asset 1 multiplied by standard deviation of asset 1 whole square plus weight 2 standard deviation of asset 2 whole square plus 2 into weight 1 weight 2 standard deviation 1 standard deviation 2 and correlation. I have already calculated the correlation value, bracket close, taking a square root, so we will get standard deviation. Another formula is if I have monthly portfolio returns, then simply I can apply the standard deviation formula on monthly returns. I will get the same results. So now it's up to you which formula you prefer, but the value would be same. Okay, now the point is how I would be able to find out the efficient frontier. And to calculate the efficient frontier, first I will start with the different combination of assets in a portfolio. मैं different combinations बनाऊंगा. I will start from 0 to 100 और फिर इसी के रिवर्स मेरे पास जोड़ का बनेगा. Like if in my portfolio the weight of DG Simert is 0, it means जॉर्डन का वेट कितना होगा, वो 100% होगा. तो मैंने क्या किया, 1 - 0 कर दिया, तो दैट इज 100. अब 10 का मैं डिफरेंस ले रहा हूँ यहाँ पे. दिस इज अ रफ गेस, क्योंकि बाद में जब मैं इस पे एक टूल यूज करूंगा ऑप्टिमाइजर, तो वहां से मेरे पास एक्यूरेट कॉम्बिनेशन आ जाएगा. आप लोगों का क्वेश्चन ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि लेट्स सपोज अगर आइडियल कॉम्बिनेशन 25 का बने, 25 और 75 का बने, दैट 25 और 75 इज नॉट अवेलेबल in that options, but while using a solver calculation I will get the right option. Either it's 25, 21, 22, 23, 23, whatever the optimal combination point is, I will get it. But to run that analysis I need to have some random values. So I'm taking a difference of 10%, like 0, 10, 20, 30. This is the increment of 10%. So 1 minus 10%, that is 90. 1 minus 20, 80, 70. Now I'm connecting these two rows. Is clear? Now I have different weights. Earlier I have calculated uh, the return, like portfolio returns. I have calculated it using 50%, like that, 50% combination. Now what I will do, I am taking a different types of combination, then the formula would be same. I will apply the same formula to calculate standard deviation of new combination. Now the combination is 50-50, but in next we have multiple combinations. I will apply that formula to calculate standard deviation, and this formula to calculate new portfolio returns for a different combinations. You can see that portfolio weights are different, but return is same. Return means these returns are same. Even standard deviations are same. So while using these returns along with the new combinations, हम उस कॉम्बी जो रिटर्न है, अब हम यहाँ पे रिटर्न्स को फिक्स कर दिया, बिकॉज वी नीड दीज फिक्स रिटर्न along with the different combinations. तो ये मेरे पास रिटर्न आ गया. सेम फार्मूला फॉर स्टैंडर्ड डेविएशन. स्टैंडर्ड डेविएशन में अब मेरे पास जो न्यू कॉम्बिनेशन आया है, दैट न्यू कॉम्बिनेशन standard deviations from DG Simert and Jord, but the combination is here. The new combination is here. तो ये मेरे पास न्यू कॉम्बिनेशन से मेरे पास ये वैल्यूज आ जाएगी. नाउ ड्रैग इट डाउन, आई विल गेट डिफरेंट वैल्यूज. डिफरेंट कॉम्बिनेशन पे मेरे पास ये वैल्यूज आ गई. अब इसको मैंने ड्रॉ करना है कि हाउ आई विल ड्रॉ अ दैट एफिशिएंट फ्रंटियर. अब ज़हन में रखिएगा मेरे पास कोरिलेशन की वैल्यू क्या है. कोरिलेशन इज जस्ट 0.56, और अगर ये कोरिलेशन नेगेटिव में होती तो मेरी ये जो कर्व है और ज़्यादा मेरे पास फ्लेक्सिबल आती. लाइक दैट कर्व with a negative or less correlation, probably I would have get curve in that form. लेकिन ये इस फॉर्म के अंदर मेरे पास कर्व नहीं आ रही because of having a little high correlation, but still there are some options. Okay, now what I will do, select return and standard deviations, go to insert, select that scatter diagram. Now see, that is my curve. Here on y-axis I have standard deviations, and on x-axis I have return. So I wanted to change that axis. Right click, select data. There is edit option. Go to edit. So here x-axis पे just a second, I wanted to replace it somewhere here. Select data, edit. So I will call variance frontier, minimum variance frontier curve जो मैंने आपको बताई थी, that curve is called minimum variance frontier. So on x axis I wanted to take standard deviations, and on y axis I wanted to replace these returns. Now you see the curve is changed. तो मुझे ये वाली कर्व चाहिए. नो दिस इज कॉल्ड, यहाँ पे मैं वो पॉइंट्स आइडेंटिफाई कर लूँगा. दीज आर माई वेरियंस, और कहाँ से मुझे एफिशिएंट फ्रंटियर पॉइंट है और क्या है. ओके, नाउ दिस इज द सेम कर्व आई हैव डेवलप्ड अर्लियर. यहाँ से आप देख सकते हैं कि दैट इज दैट पॉइंट, मैंने ये लाइन भी ड्रॉ की है. दैट लाइन इज गोइंग टू शो दैट दैट इज माई ग्लोबल मिनिमम वेरियंस पोर्टफोलियो. ग्लोबल मिनिमम वेरियंस portfolio is there. Above that point, it's my efficient frontier, and below that point is my inefficient frontier. I will not go into that option because I have better option. Like you can see that if I choose this one, I have better option here. I have better option above. So it means that is my efficient frontier, or this is my inefficient frontier. And on efficient frontier I have multiple options like 1 2 3 4. There are 4 options. So which one is more suitable for me? So this is again a question mark. I have 4 options, 5 6 7 8 according to the data. Sometimes you might have 10 good options. So out of the good option, like out of the efficient frontier, which point should I choose, which combination should I choose? That combination will come through the Sharpe ratio, will come through the calculation of Sharpe ratio, and that will be our next topic. But this is all about